Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? I have friend with me today.
Hello.
He's a special guest. One we call a special guest, definitely. Uh,
Very special.
yeah, very special. My personal friend of long time. Alright, so he's not super familiar with Path of Radiance. I'm someone who's relatively familiar with Path of Radiance, so we're going to continue along this Iron Man and keep doing things. Alright, let's get started.
I do own a physical copy of the game, but my GameCube does not want to run it.
Yeah,
so
it just has to, play the video game. Alright. Okay. So, here we go, boys and girls. I'm gonna do preps now. I'm probably gonna just show off preps for now. If anybody in the comment section wants to let me know if they want to do something different or want me to not do preps, that's totally fine. I can always change that in the future episodes. But for now, we're gonna show off preps every single time. Because let's make people suffer. Alright. Let's give little Boyd the fighter. What's up?
Whenever I play games, I always feel like I spend way too long in the prep menu. There have been some missions that I spend longer on the prep menu than I spend actually playing the game.
Yeah, that's how it is sometimes. Sometimes you spend a lot of time prepping. I mean, in 3 houses, I spend a significantly ridiculous amount of time in the prep menu because I'm never sure. And then I end up doing a thing where I just save 30 times.
Yeah, you just save a couple times. Usually a lot of the time is when I'm trying to fill out the support log. I just see who has supports with what and what I need to work on for that, which I'm not the best keeping track of.
Hey man, it's not a big deal. Luckily this game is a lot easier, so it's a little bit less about that. You'll spend a lot less time with other stuff. I mean, I'm probably gonna not do base stuff in recording because that's kind of a pain in the rump for some people, so. Alright. Let's get started. Alright, so there's a village right here, but it's not super important to reach. I'm probably going to grab it anyways. We'll have Ike, since he can't push up too far anyways on turn 1, because it's kind of a dangerous play. We're probably going to just slap around this guy with the iron sword. I would use a steel sword, but I can't tell if that Myrmidon's going to double since I didn't check him. And I'm not too worried about always checking, because, might as well make things a little interesting. Put Ike in danger, you never know. He might die in 1 turn. Crazy.
That's just how it works.
Throw Sheenon at things. Sheenon, I've noticed, or not I've noticed, but just in general, the way I think of Sheenon is, Yes, he's an archer, but he's a pre-promote. He starts as a sniper. And he has a skill called Provoke, which what it does is, if we're going to talk about skills while we're at it, it basically, this skill gets people to want to attack him over anyone else. I mean, already that way for an archer if he can be attacked, so it's really good, especially for a pre-promote, because his defense stat is 9 and his speed is 13. So generally people are only going to hit him once and they're not going to hit him for much. So I like to use him as like bait because he can only kill one enemy on player phase. So what I usually do is I usually use him to delete something that's going to be dangerous, and then on enemy phase he just takes a bunch of hits for free. We're going to give Gatry the Iron Lance. What's up?
I don't hear a lot of archers be able to do that, but I haven't really played a lot of the older Crown games, so I don't really know how that works.
Many archers aren't really capable of that, but since Shinon is a sniper who's pre-promoted, like he
just has higher stats.
He's just so much higher stat-wise. He's basically meant to be like, kind of like the way Jagans are in games. What's up?
It makes sense.
Yeah, so he just kind of is able to take a lot of hits for you for free and be extra useful if you need him to be. We're going to use Titania for this village because she has the most movement out of my entire team compared to anyone else. So she'll be able to get around fast. Not to mention she's also literally the best unit for the early game anyways. So getting her to visit the village, then run up for me ahead if I need her to is fine.
Yeah, that's nothing right there.
Yeah, see, he only does like 4 or 5 damage, so it's fine as long as I don't let Shinon get hit by like 10 people in one turn. He's usually only going to get hit by 4 anyways, so he won't die in one round. Or in one enemy phase, in most cases. Especially not this chapter. Like, it's really hard to kill Shinon this chapter. You have to try really hard. I have a friend who literally tried to make an Ike solo where he wanted to kill everybody except for Ike, and it took him some work to kill Shinon. Because you have to kill him early, or else reasons. We'll see that later.
Plot reasons, I assume.
Yeah. Anyways, Shinon and Gatry are, as the cutscene said, they're known as the Thunder and the Lightning. Sometimes I like to think of me and Ben as that kind of pairing. We're definitely a Thunder and Lightning pairing. Question.
Certainly something.
Who's the Thunder? Because I'm quite loud, but you're quite proud. So I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
Whatever. It doesn't matter that much anyways.
Not everything has to be a direct comparison.
Here's an interesting character. Wow, unknown. Alright, Elixir. So, pretty useful item. Not necessary this early on, but for someone like Boyd who doesn't heal for crap from vulneraries, I'll take it. Alright, let's see what Ike's got going on, because he's pretty low. And if I'm not careful, I can get him killed very easily here. Like that. He might die if he gets hit by that guy. So, what we're gonna do is make use of Shinon and Gatry. Good old Thunder and Lightning. Yeah, why not? Let's see what happens. Give him the old Pokerino. Ah, nice. We got the hit. Look at that. Never
I love the
say no to
animation
that.
in this game.
Yeah, this game has pretty decent animations. I still think GBA has the best, but these are pretty good.
Oh, GBA absolutely has the best.
What do we got against this guy?
I think my favorite modern games is Shadow Dalmia. I don't know, just turn that Dalmia up. Plenty. I always confused too. I don't know why.
Yeah. Echoes.
Echoes, yeah.
Yeah, they have pretty good animation, especially for the modern games. I mean,
yeah, it just did it for me. Three Houses is pretty good too, but not as good in my opinion.
There are some animations I really like in Three Houses, but there's also a lot that I don't really care for. So, I think the best course of action to take, so this Iron Man doesn't end on episode 3, is to potentially take a vulnerary.
Probably shouldn't be too stingy using them.
No, I haven't been. I've been pretty on top of making sure I utilize them, because I don't have Reese this chapter, so not having him kind of a problem. We'll utilize the old Shinon for this turn. Since he's got provoked, those axe users should both target him, especially since they can't kill Ike this turn. Oh, hey, look at that. Shinon didn't have to get countered because he crit. Nice. We take those.
Take what you can get.
1 EXP. Best unit. Alright. So, now we get to find out if we're going to have Marcia for the run. This is going to be... Oh boy, we might not have Marcia for the Iron Man, boys. We might be in trouble. This is the penultimate issue of Marcia. One of the best units in this game, and one of the biggest weaknesses is if you're doing an Iron Man, you can lose her on turn 1 on the chapter she appears. It's great. But it's fine. Hopefully we don't lose her. Losing her would not be a fun time. I'd be very upset. Miss, please. Okay, we're good. She's not dead. She's gonna vulnerary, I hope. She's not usually dumb enough to attack. She's at low enough HP, she should heal herself. Nah, she'll be fine. That guy's got nothing on her. Alright. Okay. She's just not gonna kill him. Because he spawned with 1 more HP, I think, than normal. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with every in and out of this game, so it's fine. What can I do here? Hang on. What can we do? Yeah, I might as well heal it. We want him to stay up in health. He's useful.
And provoke will pull some enemies away from her, I assume.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm not 100% sure because, like I said, if they can go for a kill, they will. And they know that Marcia is pretty easy, so they might go for her anyways, even though she can counter. It's a relatively just dangerous thing in general. And the hand axe guys might not be in range. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty bad, not gonna lie, boys. I messed up a little bit. Can I can't do that. Well, so what we're gonna do here is I would put Titania in there, but if she's in range, or if she's covering up that spot, the enemies will go after Marcia because they're not gonna go after Titania and they can't reach anyone else. So this is my best chance of keeping her alive because I was a turn too late. Or a turn off from how I normally get here. Mostly because I just kind of played a little bit badly. I didn't let Gatry get enough damage in and weaken a lot of enemies. But it's fine, because again, Shinon has provoke and I can take advantage of that. He has 0 enemy phase.
Well,
sorry, what's up?
Siva's working out well enough.
Yeah, it tends to work out pretty well. Look at that. Best unit. Everyone's best unit in this game. Alright. So, now we're in a decent position to make sure nobody dies, which is a great thing.
Seems advisable.
Aha! Gatry's doubling. Let's go. This is why Gatry's known as the lightning. Yes, Gatry is the lightning in the relationship. Shinon's the thunder.
Man, I wish I knew what that meant.
It means Gatry's the top, apparently. But, anyways. Alright, so now if we have Ike talk to Marcia, she should leave? I'm pretty sure? some would say Ike is a tall glass of water. Okay, so now I can't move Ike, so I kind of put him in a bad spot, but he'll be fine because it's Ike. He's fine. Don't worry about it. I might want to give him the angelic robe. Might be a good idea.
What is the angelic robe?
Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna have to Tanya delete a guy because one less guy that's alive to kill Ike means he's not gonna die as fast. Or he might just live because there's less people attacking him. Alright. And again, people like to attack Shinon, but we're going to utilize him to delete him. And then I think Ike is probably going to... I'm probably going to have Ike clean up as many of these people as possible because I need to give him a little extra experience. I want to get him a little bit more levels because he'll be a little bit stronger and harder to kill that way. I hope I didn't forget to equip the fighter. I don't remember.
I saw it. I don't remember who I saw it on.
It doesn't matter that much. He hasn't leveled up yet, so it's not that important. The way that the bands work is they modify certain growth rates. They will increase them by like a few percentages. With the fighter band, I believe it's HP plus 5%, strength plus 5%. So Ike gets an extra strength growth of 5% and an extra HP growth of 5% on top of his normal bases, which is quite useful. It helps Ike get a little bit better chances at actually growing strength, which is always a good thing. Especially in this game, because strength is a very, very useful stat in this game, not just for extra damage, but for other reasons.
Like what?
In this game, there's a system with the way weapon weight works. In a lot of different Fire Emblem games, traditionally you have like a constitution stat, or some sort of stat that your character has a specific amount of weapon weight that they counter. So like, for example, in GBA games, if your character has like a constitution of 4, that means you subtract 4 weapon weight from a weapon's weight. And then like, because weapons themselves, based on their weight stat, are like, for example, this is 8 weight. So normally, a unit will be weighed down, their speed will go down 8 points technically, which means they can't double always. Or they'll, like, for example, Gatry technically right now would have -3 speed. But in most games, there's like a constitution stat, which is like an inherent stat characters have that can't grow or change. That like keeps them, that can counter that weapon weight. So like, for example, if this game was a GBA game or had a constitution stat, Gatry would probably have a constitution of like 10 or 11 because he's a knight, which means that this weight wouldn't matter and he would have his natural speed of 5, being unimpeded by the weapon. But this game is actually quite different in that weapon weight works based off your strength. I don't remember exactly how it is. I think it's every point of strength is a point of constitution, technically. So, like, if your strength is... For example, since Gatry's strength is 12, it's higher than 8, which means this weapon weight doesn't... He's not impeded by his weapon whatsoever, because he has a strength of 12. So, strength is a really useful stat, no matter what unit you are, because it helps you directly counter weapon weight in this game. Because the higher strength you have, the less a weapon weighs. So, yeah.
Keep that in my
Sorry?
Lucky that my playthrough.
Yeah, it's just a good thing to keep in mind when you play Path of Radiance. It's just like, try to keep track of your character's strength stats, because the higher their strength is, the more useful they'll just be in general. Let's see what we can do here. Can I maybe have Titania weaken him for? No such luck. Alright, so what we're gonna do here is make a dangerous decision, but it's fine. I'm gonna give him the Seraph Robe. I wasn't planning on doing it, but I'd rather play it safe. Give him a little extra HP, make him useful. Make him a little more survivable. Since he is kind of the reason this playthrough can continue. Ah, good old Titania. The classic pre-promoted paladin. Early promote that's just busted as heck.
I guess you should stay that busted.
No, but unlike other paladins, she's one of the few in the games that is good throughout the whole game. She scales and stays good forever, because she has good growth rates.
Not like Frederick, who's only good for like 8 chapters and just isn't usable.
Yeah, I mean, but if you grind in Fire Emblem Awakening, I mean, you can kind of use Frederick.
Well, if you, I mean, based on second seals, if you grind any unit, you can get any of their stats up as high as you want.
Yeah, that's true.
Except for Crom's res, that refuses to go up.
No, that just doesn't go up. I think he has like a I think he has like a 5% res growth. He has a 0% magic growth. Just don't.
Which is what?
If you want Crom to use 11 sword, just you're gonna have to give him a lot of spirit dust. A lot.
Well, that's what Robin's for.
Yeah, exactly. So there's really no point.
He just I hate including Thalia, or not Thalia. Tharja. Is that how you say your name?
Yeah, Tharja.
Tharja. Yeah, because I was playing on Lunatic, she would just one-shot Crom if I wasn't careful, and that was just kind of irritating.
Trying to decide if I should attack this turn, because if I miss, he's gonna get doubled, and he's gonna be in a position to die. We're gonna, you know what? We're gonna heal him up with a vulnerary, and we're just gonna leave it at that. We're gonna play. As I said last episode, which Ben wasn't present for, and I haven't posted yet, so he has no idea. But I don't think you should have our turtle. But forgive one. I'm usually pretty forgiving about having one of anything. Like for example, allowing your healer to get hit one time in a chapter, putting them in a position because you can save one of your other units from getting hit, which can be useful. Just make sure they only get hit once. But with turtling, I don't like turtling, but I don't mind taking one turtle turn per chapter if you want to like hang back. And I'm kind of already in a position where it's kind of hard for me to move around a lot or do anything, so. And I want Ike to get extra experience, so I'm gonna allow this nice one turtle turn where Ike and Titania don't really move and everyone else kind of hangs back, because I know Ike is gonna kill this guy, and then I'm gonna have him attack the boss and try to clean up.
I love turtling.
Turtling is a strategy that I think is fun to do when you're on your own time, but it's so time consuming and so unfun to watch.
Yeah.
It's just not
you grind out the level and take like a few turns.
Yeah.
But it is pretty effective if you have like a good thing to turtle with.
Yeah. I don't know. I prefer to avoid turtling, especially in terms of like recording videos. It's not fun to watch somebody spend 20 turns standing in one place. At that point, they could just cut the video because nothing's going to happen until they actually start moving and things start happening. So I'm going to try my best to avoid turtling for pretty much this entirety. Alright, so we're going to do a little strategy here. We're going to have Gatry shove Ike. Then we're going to use Shinon to weaken the boss for me. I'm going to go with the Iron Bow, because if he crits, that way he won't kill him. And that's kind of what I want to do, because I want to make sure Ike can get the kill if possible. Come on, Shinon. Haha! I knew he was going to crit. Nice.
1 HP left.
It's like I know my math, dude. I do my math homework. I did my math homework in high school.
I should probably do my math homework in college right now.
It's fun.
I got 91 on calculus.
Alright, there we go. I got a level. Let's see what we get. You know, that fighter band is so useful. Got that nice HP growth. Sick. Well, we killed the boss, which means I don't get to kill all the enemies. It happens. Alright, anyways. One more second. Okie dokie. We're coming up to the end of the episode, boys and girls, so, I'll see you next time. Maybe I'll keep Ben around.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. Alright.
Not gonna... Well,
Have a good one, friendos. See you later.